What exactly is... I guess this is how the fuck it is. What is this bullshit? Come on, then!
Report a 996 on South Rockford Drive.
Great cops! Fucking beautiful.
Piece of shit! The suspect's heading west. He's going west. I've got it.
report. A vehicle explosion into ocean.
that bullshit is one of the new fucked up commercials that they put in the goddamn radio since the new goddamn DLC bullshit. And it fucking and that kind of commercial right there is what fucking ruins radio. And that kind of commercial right there is 9 out of 10 why people stop listening to the radio. Because we don't want to listen to bullshit like that. I mean, if we wanted to listen to bullshit like that, then we would listen to Winner and the Dog on Family Guy. Where Brian and Stewie is running that radio station like Howard Stern. Winnie in the butt.
Stick out this big shit. One time. Anyway, he thinks it's not true. Thinks I'm paranoid. But he's wrong. And that's the thing. Smart people, the most brilliant people, like Philip Trevor, whatever, they don't get it. They don't get it, and that's the point. Big science and big pharma, that's how the whole house of cards works. They've tricked the clever people into actually believing their concepts. It's a genius of a thing. Get the clever people and the stupid people follow. Right? 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 Wrong. I'm leading a stupid person fight back. One tweet at a time. Here's a message.
Your show is great. I like to put about metal detecting. In case you don't know, metal detectors only for tapped objects. You know, using a detector. I'm not mostly magnetic. Lots of other expensive engagements where you're not getting sounds about the local floor. Moving radioactive return, compressor, stick knife in the front, don't just like a rail line. You can run like this. There's a detector. Like what the impact. Thanks to the keep it wrong. Look the show. I'm hanging up now.
That's one of the things. Because they know that the shit. So now it's go down. Wow, almost it's nervous. It's only to the serious. So you have to talk real nice to it. Well, it's chin, only proud is member, shiny the life size. You don't get things. best show God is selection. It's sophomore on this channel. But what isn't on this channel until now, listeners, is the startling fact that in the ancient texts of Sumerians, they talked about the Illuminati, lizard beings that descend from the sky. The sickness between which modern day Earth. All the rumors over there start to make sense now. So now, so listen to me. How do you know this? Here's what I know. Researcher, seek truth. I'm leading rebellious spirit. I'm trying to rebel a real one, because we're the last hope for mankind. Smart people, geniuses, they've already been taken. Some of them died, getting science is about it. It's all destroyed. Destroyed. Destroyed, torn, holy, destroyed. This takes us to our next listener, Golden.
Ron, I'm tired of food. I'm definitely tired of food. I'm tired of food out there drinking kitchen. I went to a restaurant, some geisha had the audacity to hand me a hot towel. She thinks I should take a bath in front of everyone in the restaurant. It ain't decent, it's a fucking insult. And then she tried to give me some shit called edamame. That was eating soybeans, you including me. Tell that motherfucker she won't charge you $5. What do you think, Ron? That's the sort of bullshit you can't answer. I'm got my hands on right there. I'm hanging up, you know, I'm getting all excited again.
It's interesting. They saw the core organs. Why? They told this lie with contracts. 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 Only work on people with logical beliefs. Cons. Congress staring at your engines now. Continues to grow. Regulators making believe contrails don't work. And geez, this target control now. I know now. 3 months left. Seriously. Either that or 40,000 years. That's enough. There's no count. Before they stood up and I was like you, a drone. Honestly, what's the kind of drone that can drive space? Can someone explain to me why we have the largest military budget in the world, and yet in all the other nations combined, it's just a bunch of animals playing with remote control planes? They can work from home, honest to these people, and no one is from all of this. I'm beyond honesty. I don't eat corn product at all. Not even sweet corn. Comes with letting it fold with company animals to some of them are official. They're already here. That terrifies me. And it should terrify the hell out of you. Hold on. Not too trustful.
Yeah, I didn't like you said on the last show. I've been doing this gravitational exercises so I can feel rancid as I am when the concussion comes. Because we all know that in the presence of more xenophone, only the truly prepared will survive. At this particular juncture, in my ass, I got a pound of rice, 2 energy bars, a commitment plate, a tiny saw, a deck of cards, an itty-bitty radio, some loose change, a prophylactic, a masonry bit, a first aid kit, a nudie magazine, cigarettes, some chewing tobacco, a copy of my medical records, and some mammogram pillow. I'll be damned if I won't sleep on those cards billboard.
That's great work. Listeners, make one thing clear. I'm not the animal. I'm not individual. This is Blaine County Community Radio, brought to you in association with Buddy Struggle, Larry's RV sales on Blaine County and Indeed. Because blue collar guys aren't geniuses and thrift. Scholarship. Question. Big corporations, harmless greedy capitalists, or secret, sharing, obsessed communists? I'll let you be the judge. This was this thing I read last week. Shit. Shit. We're a time sheet. The front line. Serious God internet web shit. Right. Solar ecology, infrared capitalism stuff. Armstrong up. We find crime points. Cosmology. where'd the other one go? I mean, some shit. The government made the plant disappear. Where did they put it? And who's living there? There's another thing to show.
Ron, I think you're right. We're out of tune with the Earth. I've been on a mission to be like the ancient civilizations of South America. When you make a habit of it, elaborate sexual rituals with urchins that die at the end, it holds you out like a life. I'm a magician. I've never felt better. I really like journey.
Exactly. South America. When I was growing up, people in the South of America spoke English. But that goes to show you, think about the dark antimatter of money and how the banks and politicians have been corrupted by the Illuminati in a totally different way to the way you imagine. Well, people, banks aren't just about lending you money so you are slave to the system. They actually enslave you by capturing your DNA at the very moment you open an account and then use that DNA to build a replicant of you that lives in the same house as the one you live in, only in cyberspace. And you have to keep leveling up and buying shit for your character. And that's the truth everyone ignores. There's a virtual me right now, somewhere. And I need you to go find him and kill him.
Ron, I've been waiting to call your show for a while. Leave a message. What you said with doppelgangers is true. I have a doppelganger, and we have sex, and it's not remotely creepy or gay at all.
I wish you would have left a call that number. You know I'm over here. Listen to me. All you know it's up there. It's an abomination. You have to kill your twin. In their sleep. Tonight. Right now. Immediately. And for that matter, kill the alien mother who spawned you. She's got a cloning factory and DNA attached to her womb. Back to banks and the alternative reality. They not only want you to default, but also sometimes they switch people for their own avatars. So the question becomes, of course, am I me or my own digital reflection? Where's my drink? Things get all peacefully. It's pretty out there stuff, I know, but step there in the garden, Winston, I'm blowing at your ass. In Brussels, they have a little boy who pees into a fountain and people drink it. No wonder the euro is such a mess. Pee drinks. And you think the courts can call me creepy? Let's get back to this plot by the banks to use your DNA to build entirely with your legal permission and document signed a digital slave avatar of you. And the slave version will one day replace you, only it won't have free will at all. little joke. Stay on your toes, people, because someone is out to get you, and you're probably paying for the privilege of the winner. If you got something for me, Ron Chakowski, and all of you on the show, until next time, someone is reading your thoughts, so make sure they're screwed.
Why tithe 10% of your income to invisible people? It's not logical. If you elect me, John Franklin, as your governor, I'll make sure your money doesn't go to things like water or health care for people that don't deserve it. During my time at the top of the box office, I sunk as low as a man can sink. Drugs, multiple women, extensive entitlement. So I know how to manipulate our economy. I was a real action hero, and using those skills, I can tackle any municipal budget. I've mixed jumped off skyscrapers. Trust me, I understand the intricacies of city planning. My opponent, Sue Murray, is a know-it-all shrew who actually thinks helping people is the best way to help people. Vote for me, John Cranley, and help yourselves. This message paid for by John Cranley for government. If you enjoy the country, breakfast buffets, and odd-fellow jokes, you're in the right place. 96.5 FM, White County Radio. Beyond Examination. Show hosted by three-time regional amateur speedophile personal watercraft racing champion. And all the Andrews barbecue sauce manufacturer of the year, 1997, 2000, 2003. And women in fertility coach. If you stick it in the gym, so to the element examination, that breaks down complex life issues and turns them into easy to understand analogies of lust, murder, and parenthood in the animal kingdom. Okay. What track are we going to start the show on? How about this one? Don't you feel like you're in your own goddamn movie, huh? Our movie would be called Plain Earl Part 2. Listeners, I want you to imagine this music playing, and I emerge with girls dressed as a Roman soldier, and I'm in a pit with a bear. He's lunging at me with his razor-sharp claws against my cheek. Blood begins to run down my face, and I taste it, and my eyes narrow to focused slits, and the crowd drunken onlookers are screaming for death. And I appease them by spraying on that bear's back, split his throat, cut down his heart, and still and sink my teeth into it, and hold up in the air to the crowd. We're taking on such an emotional spectacle that they are reduced to tears. And two scantily clad women run to my side, each one on the ground clutching a leg. No, that I am the man. Now that is a movie that will fill multiplexes. And also, my friends, is how I spent last night. For reals. Gladiator fighting, straight whiskey, and frisky chicks. That's how Dwayne Earl rolls. Look at this going. Dennis, you are on the air. Welcome to the Office Simulation.
Hey, Dwayne, big fan, man. Really big fan. I love your stuff. Man, I got a following on the wall, and I'd like to call my girls, some back talk, everything, man. Oh, man, bro, anyway, I am so excited right now. I love you, Wayne, man. I love you, man. It's like, man, you came up on the goddamn radio. Oh, that's all the animal sex. Yeah, that's all the animal sex. Wait, so, wait. So, I was thinking, I'm going to the United States Academy. Can you go there?
Well, brother, it is true that I was destined to be an alumni of that prestigious institution. Some will tell you that I flunked out, becoming Stunt Academy. That is only true in a manner of speaking. They run me with low grades because of the fantastic things I did. I was better than the teachers, and no one could stand the humiliation. None of them could hot dog or speedophile personal water. Was prepared to jump out of a car and speed on the concrete, just open up bed and shatter their pelvis in the process, as I did. I was in that place. I lost my big toe to that maneuver, and I would do it again. Dennis, you can be better in that place. Much better. I've said it before, and I will say it again. To make something proper in yourself, you don't need smoking. You need a pack of slugs and a wild animal to wrestle. Every man should exhibit his dominance over each member of the animal kingdom. When it is roadside theme park called Wayne Earl's Park. In it, we will have a pair of each and every animal species, and you can pay a fee. Blooded man mammals, reef fighting reptiles, endotherms to ectotherms, we have the lot. Believe me, I have been humbled by many beasts in my time. But life is, after all, a journey. One of the central tenets of this show is education through nature. There are animals in nature, such as lizards, that specialize in a sit-and-wait hunting strategy, and they wait for the prey to come to them. Now, this is a technique that I utilize myself. Just last week, I was on the sofa in my front yard, and a person approached me for directions. Suffice it to say, I pounced like a hungry Komodo dragon, and when that gentleman came to in the trunk of his car, many miles away, he was missing the contents of his wallet, his waistband, and also his MP3 player. Fortunately, predominantly filled with power ballads. Andre, you're on the line. Welcome to the show. What's troubling you, hot stuff? Tell you I'm playing.
Hi, Wayne. Love you. Love the show. Love this. Anyway, I just don't know what the hell is wrong with my boyfriend. It is ridiculous like he used to be.
My dear Andrea, I believe the helium has gone into your mind mode. I do not host a relationship show. We're here to talk about animal husbandry and the pleasures available unrelated to the men's species. Relationship's not something I have any great insight into. What you call a relationship, it's time to sit down. Am I right, fellas?
Please, Wayne. It's this big fan of yours. I'll put it in line.
Hello? Who's this? My name's Owen. Owen, I am not here to become betwixt you and your lady troubles. I am here to talk about rodeo and gunsmithing and fertilizing the herd. Please, wait. I think you have to help me, man. She's going crazy. We got little bitty crying stuff. Can't you that? Things like downstairs above her. And she started with heart. Cute shit. But then she got out of control. She did these huge snarls. So all I was right. What days, what times, bro. I just can't take it. Seriously, I can't stand it. That ain't right. You with me, right? I mean, that ain't right. Am I right? Owen, put your boy back on the phone this very instant. You know? Andre, you have a genital your left rhinestone swirl seed. You hear me, girl? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Listen, women were not meant to make artistic montages around their lady parts, no matter how pretty or imaginative. All kinds of sparkling things in your eyes and above your lady lips is now, from here on out, banned. It ain't proper. That stuff is for men only. I do not feel like I'm about to tug a disco ball. Life is not a hip-hop video. Get rid of the beaver blade. Is that clear, girl?
Yes, Dwayne.
Louder.
Yes, Dwayne.
Now say it like you're enjoying yourself. I'm just kidding, that's a joke. Now, dear listeners, I have a confession to make. I am sure the revelation will reduce more than a few of you to tears. I have been diagnosed with a disease. It is something that baffles medical science and kills most people that contract it, but I look at it as a ray of sunshine. I have a great disease, alcoholism. I have won the lottery. I mean, yes, I could have got herpes, but I didn't. I probably should have. This disease is great. Sure, I end up sleeping with some ugly chicks, but now that I know the symptoms, I don't have to take care of myself. For instance, it is unwise to mix cocaine and grain alcohol for more than 3 days at a time. And that's a fact I had to learn. Some fella told me that at one of them meetings, and he gave me a hug and teach me. Strange business. I do not hug men to thank you. I hug girls and procreating sows, and the latter only to ease the process as nature intended. I spook men, just like any other normal fella, but hugging, putting your arms around another man? Are you serious? Whatever will they think of next? Who's on the phone and how can we go beyond insemination? My name ain't Mark. Oh, it's my old friend Clarence, everybody. You son of a gun. Clarence is a stand-up guy. I say that even though he is in a wheelchair. Clarence and I fought in the war together, right on the front lines of the war on terror. We drive around at night and join a coal mine. We saw a foreigner acting squirrely. We called 911. Right after we shot him, I don't need the wheelchair no more. It is a miracle. My prayers have been answered. Many a time when I was down on both knees giving a working girl business, my mind would turn to you, and that you are a cripple that can't enjoy the pleasures of the flesh. No, wheelchair because I got a motorized scooter now. The relaxed power hips will give you it. Do that thing lowered, knee good, cut some great job, overhaul the engine. You wouldn't believe the grand booty I've been getting. So the doctor said I don't need a wheelchair or whatever, and that I can walk just fine. I'm just tired, Dwayne. You know how I do. I like to sit down.
wonderful news there, Clarence. I love hearing you're getting booty. Thanks over in Asia, they got the epidemic of bird flu. Well, thanks to everybody for writing in, especially to the listeners asking for a signed photo of my flaccid member. Now, on your question, I do not give a crap if some bird has the flu. Do I pause if a robin sneezes or a parrot coughs? No, I do not. I'm not a veterinarian. The maladies of animals are irrelevant to me. People raised a stink about swine flu, saying it was going to ruin the bacon. That barbecue tastes just fine to me. Let's move to the final portion of our show, romantic interludes, Big Play, where I call a previous love interest live on here. Today I'll be calling Marvin Smith, the cheerleader I went to high school with. Harbored feelings for that I kept at bay of putting Chinese stars and strangers indiscriminately burning things. But today I shall, as I have obtained her phone number. I am so excited to be here.
Hello?
Hello, Martin.
Yes, it is.
Hello, Martin. This is Dwayne Earp. And as you can tell by the melodic and poignant music playing in the background, I am about to unleash a barrage of emotion that has been trapped inside of me for these past 20 years. We attended Central High School together, and I sat behind you in science class. And on days where there was a football game, you wore your cheerleader outfit. To this very day, I nearly break out in tears. I have not told you of the thunderous lust you aroused in me. Now, I would not break out in tears for real, as a man's tears are saved in a special place for when his favorite stock car driver loses. But know this, I, as often as this week, have kept you in regular rotation in the Dwayne Earl Spank Bank. I've fantasized about you turn around in science class and ask if we can get together and study for the test. And you'd arrive at my domicile. I'd show you around, offer you a cigarette I'd stolen from my stepfather. And in the backyard, I perform feats of greatness. My skills in archery, knife throwing, and camouflage face painting in particular. We have a fire which roars through the cans. Then ride fast on the dirt bike by the stream. You have your arms around me. And I'll pop a wheelie and you fall off the back and break your leg. And I'll console you. Make passionate love. In a cloud of exhaust while the dirt bike's still running. Our youthful giddiness accentuated by the intoxicating fumes. We're making love. And even though your leg is broken, I'd be unable to discern if your screams of passion or pain or fame or gratitude. Anyway, that's just how I saw it.
Oh, Dwayne, that is so sweet.
Thank you for receiving this so elegant. It has been a mighty burden on me that such fantastic times never did materialize before I began to lose my head. However, know this, Marty, I still have a ponytail and it is one of my most attractive features, especially when I wear a baseball cap.
You should come by for some time so we can catch up.
I would very much like to embark on this Epicurean endeavor.
You know, Tracy Fish, she used to talk about you. She said you had problems performing.
Tracy Fish is a goddamn liar. And if there were any performance issues, it is because my third brain could predict the future. And it knew he would one day be fat and have that, fat that swings over a woman's arm, and that her breasts would move like multiple pendulums, unable for any self-respecting man to love them. It's a boner killer. Instant futuristic boner killer. I saw the future, and that woman's future self destroyed my boners. Goodbye, Marty. I will stop by your house soon on my dirt bike. Whew, I hope that cheerleader outfit still fits. This has been this week's episode of Romantic Interludes with Big Dwayne. Let's get on with the show. Next caller.
I can wait for the show. You always hear about America as the land of the free, but that's bullcrap. I get arrested for my religious beliefs. The government and politicians gonna tell me how many wives I can have. I'm gonna get 5 wives. You know? Sometimes they gang up on me and wrestle me, tie me down. You know, I like women to humiliate me, Dwayne. I mean, really treat me like crap.
Okay, right there. Here's what I don't understand, Hotshot. If you want to have 5 beautiful chicks, that's awesome. It's something I partake in on a regular basis, often after a bowling night when the ladies are all lubed up. But you polygamy guys, I just don't get it.
Why that?
Well, because every time you see pictures or footage with women, they're always so frumpy. Get 2 hot chicks, not 5 chubby, hairy ones, and they wear those terrible old lady dresses that cover up the important bits. On my farm, we have a bunch of women, and they work with nothing but a bikini and a gun belt on. And them's the rules because the women's live. Just on
The Ovine Liberation Front. Some terrible things going on right under our noses. Atrocities on these farms. We snuck a camera in, and we're going to expose it. Did you know that they're killing animals on some of these farms? And they eat them. It's like a zombie movie. It's horrible. Everything should be allowed to live. Think about a world with the streets full of cows and chickens and velociraptors. It'd be great. You could hug them.
Sounds a bit like Australia. That's pretty much the third world, ain't it?
What we want is our own world, a fourth world, where we can snuggle with a chicken or a goat and lay in the hay together, where nothing dies.
Listen up, Jim. You're going to have to understand that this is natural selection for a reason. It is well known that shark embryos cannibalize their litter mates in the womb. The strongest one eating all the siblings. My mother was pregnant with triplets, but when she went into labor, only one came out. And that was me. I won. That's the way nature works, son. You can't fight nature, but you can wrestle with it at Dwayne Earl's Art. Stop by and tell Tammy that you heard about this show, and she will give you a commemorative tune for your beer, so it will stay cold as you tune the princess. That's about all the time we got this week. This has been Beyond Insemination. I'm Dwayne Earl, and you're out.
This has been Beyond Insemination. You have been inseminated. It was the greatest decade in American history. The 1920s. We led the world in literature, aviation, music, and entertainment. Today, this country's a piece of dog shit. Let's bring back the glories of the jazz age. I recreated the conditions that turned America into a superpower. A noble experiment as words trying again. Vote yes on Proposition 14. Bring back prohibition and usher America into a new golden age. 96.5 FM, Lake County Radio. The agenda of billionaires.
All you found get some answers.
Presented in simplistic, folksy terms, so hey, they're convinced to vote for us.
Oh, yeah.
96.5 FM, Lake County Radio, home of the Patriot.
Do you hear that? Do you? Time. That's time passing. In fact, time is running out. For all of us. For the country. For the state of San Andreas. And also, even more importantly, for the world. That's the truth. The truth about time on a show that is all about truth, whatever the cost. Today on Wayne County Radio Community Hour, I'm Ronald Jakowski, and going to blow the doors off your consciousness until you are unconscious. I'm the one that tells began with a bang nobody heard. Some scientists have recently discovered it is going to end in much the same way. And they are suppressing that fact to avoid panic. On today's show, which in case the world has already ended, I want to make clear it is actually a pre-recorded podcast we do once a week. We're going to talk about science, and not the kind that rappers drop, but the kind that you don't understand until someone explains it to you. That's me. I'm that someone. I'm about to pull back that curtain once again and show you nasty, unpleasant things you can't unsee. This is it. The chance to see the big, dirty, ugly, and very suppressed truths that I've discovered. And also to shine a light on the liars who keep us ignorant so they can sell us fear when it suits them. And complacency when that suits them better. That's weird, isn't it? Like sometimes the deep state wants us terrified, so it spreads lies that sedate us, like WMDs or STIs, the FIB, FTDs, TPI, always acronyms. Always. Damn. Acronyms. Terror through acronyms. Why is that? Because initials, they frighten us subconsciously.
That's a verifiable fact a psychologist told me during a session about my father. It explains a lot. But at the same time, all the real things we should be scared to death of? Food tolerance, contrails, banking conspiracies, Lyme disease, all the truth they don't want us to see? And the government, it keeps very quiet. I'm about to explain everything. It's time to pull back the curtain, people. I love that metaphor for a reason. Again, that came up in a session about my father. But I'd rather not talk about that. This is meta-knowledge. That means big science to take on the big, nasty, deep state. Some people really need to say they're tired of my gun. You might as well be tired of the truth. Now I've finished the monologue bit. And to kick things off, I'd like to welcome to the show a different sort of guest to the one we usually get here. Sophia Biles Carmichael, a senior fellow at the American Truth Institute, a prominent think tank in the Capitol, an expert who has published papers about the economy and all the regulations that the state uses to suppress Americans. Welcome, Miss Biles Carmichael.
Yes, thank you, and you're welcome. So lovely to be here.
So, what does your think tank do? Do you drive it around, or is it like a tool?
No, Ron, not exactly. We are a group of thought leaders who help take the burden off elected government. We help set policy by drafting legislation so the politicians, they don't have to think about really difficult issues. And instead have an advocacy group that does it for them. Really, I guess, Ron, you could say we're patriots. Ron, there are a lot of mistruths out there.
I know that, I know.
Yeah.
But I wake up every day to expose it.
Yes, Ron, and as an American, I thank you for that.
I know.
Okay.
But, no.
Listen, Ron.
No, I am listening to you. I am.
Okay, great.
Why do you think I'm not listening to you? I'm right here. I am listening.
Okay.
No, I am. I'm listening. What? I'm listening.
Of course, well, we, much like you, see ourselves as outsiders against the bubble. The government media expert bubble, bursting the bubble. Bubbles are for children to chase on a summer day, or for women to spend hours popping their pocket bubbles while drinking wine and cursing their newly ex-husband. You know what, Ron? Let me put it to you like this. Do you think for 1 minute that the same people that lied to you about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny aren't lying to you about climate change, Ron?
My parents.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes, Mommy and Daddy were lying to you. They were buying into the BS. Ron, it's common sense. Climate changes every day. Hot in the middle of the day, cooler at night. It all balances out. There's nothing to worry about. We don't need to panic, America. It's going to be okay. Mainstream science and the mainstream media are two sides of the same coin, Ron. But you know what? I think the American people are smarter than that. They know when people are lying to them.
Yeah, yes. See, scientists are wrong all the time.
Yes.
Yes, they're the worst.
They are.
Like when they say there's no sound in space, but then all of a sudden I see space movies and they're really loud. Everyone sees that, but what does that mean?
Okay, Ron. Let's talk to the listeners for a second. I am going to name some times science was wrong. They told us the Earth was flat. It is not. We know it's round. They said the pyramids were built by aliens. They said we would run out of oil by now, but it is cheaper than ever. Smoking. Did you know doctors used to say smoking was good for you? That's sort of how I feel about climate change. Y2K, people, bullshit.
I know it. I mean, Y2K was bullshit.
Yeah.
I knew that. They told me that society was going to collapse, and it totally did not.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready. I still have a bunker left over. A store full of macaroni and cheese and cigarettes and some hot dogs and some dog food. Okay? I kept all that stuff for the wayfaring strangers that might appear every once in a while. I would have given My body, too. I've thought about that.
You're like a lot of Americans that did that, and I applaud you for that. Science is alive, but the American people, they don't believe in lies. We're a nation of cowboys, cocksharp individuals who all like the same things. We're too smart to fall for science.
Yes, I know that.
The lies of the mainstream science are measurable. Big data.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know what that is exactly, but I hate that.
Essentially, the liberals are giving away your tax money. The windmills. I mean, have you seen the windmills outside of town? They ruin everything. They ruin the view from people's houses. They built windmills, and we went for the most powerful country in the world to irrelevancy.
Absolutely.
One couple living near a wind farm told me the windmills are so loud and distracting, they can't even make love. Imagine that. I mean, staring at each other in rage and shame, wanting nothing more than to flee the room. And this relationship, well, look at Holland.
Yeah, look it up. Is Holland the Netherlands? Is it? No. I've had the same problem. Did you know that windmills are being used to let the government see what's going on in your house? It's a giant antenna. It's literally a giant antenna. Nobody's talking about it. Literally nobody.
Well, let's open up the conversation. Let's talk about solar. What a scam, cheap crap. All made in China. We don't make anything here in America. Except for hot dogs, video games, and complacency. Wake up. Fundamentally, 85% of scientists are big liars, only interested in their own agenda. I know this because I have dated one. And these are bogus studies that they're talking about. The models are unreliable.
Oh, yes. I've heard that models are very unreliable because they're vapid idiots on cocaine.
No, Ron, that's a different
But I also read on the internet a conspiracy theory that your group, the American Truth Institute, they're in the pocket of the fossil fuel industry.
You heard that? No. Listeners, that is not true. As I was saying, 85% of these scientists are on the payroll of China. And they want to shut down our gas stations and shovel their cars down our throats. How are we going to get anywhere? What are we going to do? Ride a bicycle and do this thing?
I hate that. I hate the bicycles.
I've been hit by one, and it is very upsetting.
I hate bicycles and tricycles. I hate that almost as much as the bicycle.
Thank you. That's another part of our initiative. We did a study and found out that 85% of people that ride bicycles are awful people, garbage people. They think they own the road. Think about that for a minute. If they get in power, they may pass legislation so they do own the road.
Very thanks.
There is anything that should have us worried about American energy independence, it's that. Bald-legged men in tight clothes. Oh, it is a hellish vision.
Award our well, at least the ones who can speak. Listen, I'm a truther. I believe in empirical evidence. Like, who the fuck are they kidding? If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. Fuck quarks and scientists. They really sold us a bill of goods. I mean, seriously, they expect us to believe aid comes from people having sex with monkeys? Hello? Listen, I had sex with a monkey, and I assure any women listening, I haven't got AIDS. I was sort of bruised, but just fine. People need to wake up. What's happening to this country? I mean, seriously. And another thing I was thinking about.
Okay, I think that's enough here. But look, he does have a point. Tyranny criminals are coming. We are so weak. Those criminals, they're going to invade our homes. Now, if I have a wife, then have their way with her. Now, I've thought about that a lot.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what's
You
tyranny.
don't like that.
Okay, I'll tell you what's tyranny. Recycling makes more energy than it saves, and it is disgusting. There's talk of making composting toilets mandatory in some parts of the country. That's the green agenda. eating, you do. Watching and controlling the great people of America.
I agree. The government wants to see what I drink and what I defecate every night. And I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Let's play another caller here.
Hey, my stupid husband thinks it'd be fun if we took one of them DNA test kits. What if I find out I was a minority? What do I tell people at parties? It's terrifying. I don't even know how to vote.
DNA tests? God, but don't be a fool. Well, you're not putting my chromosomes in some database for the mainstream media to hand over to the government? Oh, well, there is an assault on reality, and I am leading the charge. I don't need a DNA test. I wake up every day, and I don't want to be me. I'm not a fake man. I'm a real man. Do you hear me?
Yeah. I think that what is wrong with this country is that people are always wanting to be what they're not. We're not Europe. Haven't been in a long time. Keep your silly trainings and your tiny beers. We're America. And you know what that means? We drive trucks that are built here in the good old USA. Or they can keep their scientists, Ron. Name one scientist you would want to have a beer with. You can't, right, Ron? And that's the true test of picking climate policy or politicians. You say, you're not allowed to get a blackout drunk with this person? If the answer is no, then there you go. Don't vote for him.
Okay, here's another person that left a message on the truth seeker hotline.
Yo, Ron. How come nobody's talking about the weaponized murder? The hurricane that hit the East Coast recently? They can steer tornadoes with an app on the phone. It's similar to Los Santos. More than once. Nobody talks about that. They don't talk about the shots of money or shoot somebody else. I just press a button, see a little girl, gets lots of attention. How about that, Ron? How does this little girl?
Well, he makes an interesting point about the weather. I should talk about something called rising. Thousands of years ago, we flew around and flooded everything. A bunch of animals were on a cruise ship and between fractures, and they blame us when we as a country pay for it. You know what the government does? They use it as their base to push forward its own agenda with education and science. Oh, it's so terrible. Moms are literally being milled every day, and nobody is doing anything to stop it. In the good old days, when America was doing well, almost no one went to university. No one did. They fix cars, they tell kids, do-wop songs, yes, real men, yes. And we as women, we went to sock ops. The country lost its moral compass. Where to go? Before I could show you a graph that proves everything.
We'll get to that later. But you know, thanks to the smartphone, I don't know where I am anymore. I look up direction, and the next thing you know, I'm sexting. It's very unsettling.
Ron, okay, let's get back on track here. We were talking about university. They're evil and they ruined American youth. They encourage all this bad thinking. Now, most kids that go to these filthy colleges, they want to learn how to send better dick pics and cleavage pics on Snapmatic. If you want to learn, do it on your own dime, not on my dime. Order some books online, kids. You have to push Congress to close them. People who make the taxpayers. Yes, the big taxpayers, exactly, or even better, scrap taxes. The country would flourish. In fact, America, and we, the American Truth Institute, we love this country, and we love the founding fathers. That is why we want to change everything about this country, because we love it so damn much. We love God bless and maybe liberty. We the people. But before us, God damn, I love my country.
So, No, no, we are not. We're not political, okay? We're renegades. We're fighting for justice on all terms. We're fighting on horses. Like when I was young, I fully understood the pleasure of fictions of a galloping at the quiet. I didn't long for it. You know, it just makes me
That's why we never guess here and there.
I'm so I'm
Let's continue now. Let's get to some real guess, and let's hear some more messages. Truth seeking hotline.
Hey, Rob, I wonder what you think about them self-driving. I'm a trucker, and sometimes I don't off or swerve off the road a bit while, masturbating and thinking about, radio signals and jetpacks and such. Self-driving cars with rolling
Self-driving cars. Is going to make us all obsolete. Example, a coal miner doesn't want to make solar panels. How is he going to look his boy in the face and say, let's go have some paintball and all of that. This son will have every right to shoot. One is my mission with this show to make everyone understand say color and speak one language. Like in the documentary with the robots. Globalists want to just open our borders and have some ethnic music while the rest of us just cower in our bunkers. I'm not gonna let you make me afraid. I am fanning the flames of rebellion. Do you hear me? Be a rebel. It all begins by fighting against tyranny, by supporting our own special prerogative. It's easy because you globalists to shout louder than them. Let's hear another fan message.
Ron, you talk about lying disease and drama, and I have to thank you for it. Why can't you show this about me? Everyone knows Lyme disease was invented in Portugal by American scientists. They're hidden in the states there trying to torture people. We have to save them.
Thanks, Cole. Well, that is a fact. And the agency employs more scientists than it does spies. Every year it invents thousands of new diseases. Lyme disease escaped from an American lab. And it's completely the truth that it tastes like wine. Next message from another true speaker.
Ron, I share people's concern with that. I mean, it's so artificial. This is our last fucking stand. Seriously, we gotta act now. Smash out this so-called technology, or turn into a steam age. And then maybe we got a chance. But Jesus, the fucking microchips, and they hate us. They just hate. And now it's fight or die. I'm fighting hard, Ron, every goddamn day. So, please, goddamn it.
I do share the love. I also share the hatred. Now, use a good color about lies.
Ron, I love you so much. I really do. I draw pictures of you sometimes, and they're really awesome. Those lies, those fine-lived liberals. They're elitists. Who would have thought? Waitress, you don't see me shooting my mouth off political opinions like these liberals. What gives a millionaire actor the right to express their stupid opinion when they don't even know the meaning of real work like me? Anyway, I'll put you pictures I drew of you.
It's about the chemicals, man. Chemicals in food make us effeminate, and we can't fight back. It's full of hormones. Where again is the real family man? After I've had a salad, I don't want to snicker someone's head in with a rock. And that is a problem. Name me one strong vegetarian. Just name one. The fact is you can't. You can't. That's all the time we have for this week's podcast. Now, thanks to Blaine County Community Hour for letting us rebroadcast it. I'm Ron Jakowski. Until next time, someone is reading your thoughts, so make sure they're stranded. Together, we can save America. Shut the fuck up! They say never mix politics and religion. Or firearm, or any alcoholic family. Without getting past them. But you're all right here. Blaine County Radio. Beyond Examination. Show hosted by 2 times Western.
Somebody better call my mama. I'm about to kick your ass.
Husbandry innovator. All right. We're back with another episode of Beyond Examination. Welcome one, welcome all. You're listening to the show about being bitches, motherfucking bitches. A weekly journey into demon sawdust and savoring the goodness of life. Life, death, and reproductive services. Having the fun. Okay. Let's get some Jesus. Oh, I need some Starbucks. Sometimes I just want a woman to hit me. Drinking like the man I am. He's angry, garbage. And in the gunfight, I will hop on a motorcycle. I will pop a wheelie right down the driveway. You'll just burn out. Skin all over the goddamn place. Well, yes. So stand there and cry. And when she'll forgive me, we'll have another baby. She'll make me work. That's the stuff that makes us great. Grease, girls, and grace. All right, the phone's already lit up here. People just can't wait to get stuck in. Mr. Chuck, you're on the show. How can we go beyond insemination together?
Yeah, anyway, I've been here, the first time out. I wanted to thank you for your bass fishing advice. You're right. Dynamite is much easier than all sitting around with a pole, throwing bass, and tiny ripples. One of them things all really ain't. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm calling the kids these days and the way they dress. Oh, man, my boy, he wears a skirt. Got breasts and plants, wears a little flip-flop. What do you think, Wayne? I don't think that's right.
Thanks, Chuck. I'm with you. Seriously, for real, serious. Men is men and girls is ladies, and there ain't nothing that can tell them different. I mean, it's getting to where boys have bigger titties than a woman. I know I do. It's gotta stop. Tell you what really sets me off. Let me tell you. Me and the boys be having a great afternoon. A couple of cases of lager light, some steaks on the grill, jumping on 4-wheelers, shooting assault rifles, and playing on the trampolines, and wrestling in a muddy hole with their tops off. You know, typical good time shit. Out of the corner of my periphery, I see these fruity fellas riding bicycles. Steady moments coming out to the country with their brightly colored jerseys, fruity hats, and tight shorts. I don't want to see your Johnson, big friends, and they ride bicycles with tap shoes on. Like a tap shoes. Just in case they need a jump boy, you state your business and I will do punch you, sir.
Anyway, he is real good at sports, like football and that. I think he's going to get a scholarship. He is real good, real good. I'm one of those grandkids you beat up and picking up north. But my wife won't let him play because his brain's so low on account of him getting his girlfriend pregnant. Not my wife. My wife won't get pregnant no more. Uterus is ravaged like a project. Anyway, I need that boat to make a lot of money by going pro so that I can get a new fast boat. What am I going to do, Blake? I can't stop crying.
I share your pain, let it go. Let those tears go. And also about your outlook to your kids. I love you. I love you. You're better than this. You are better than this, sir. You keep inside of yourself and just get off. Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. That's enough. My friend, your woman has already gone feral. I was a fifth-grade soccer coach once. Do not ask. It was a bad time of my life. I know. And you're right. It's not even a real goddamn sport. No one ever got that brain damage. Like my face. Yes, I did. It was hard. We made some progress. Like those kids do number one. What it takes to get to the top. What the steroids take. Gave them the same as I give my beef for. I had a gamble on sports. I snapped another kid's Achilles tendon behind the middle of his back so he never walks right again. Stuff we never got to do to get the job done. How to cover up the smell of drinking water by blowing through a toilet paper roll with dry shit stuffed inside. How to leave a woman. I taught each of those boys the facts of life. How it is never about the woman's pleasure. Never. Absolutely never about that woman's pleasure. Parents won't tell you the truth. But a man here in his hand will. And the fact is, do whatever it takes to win. If that wife of yours don't want to understand, you don't want to let the board play some goddamn football.
Hey.
I'm here playing. Hear the word that I'm saying. She's got to go, Mike. I know, Blake. I'll speak to a lawyer. Lawyer? Fancy talk. I recommend drowning. Real men don't use lawyers. Sure, you know what I mean to be a man. Let's start under the surface. Please, Mike, please. Okay, don't be sure, Blake. Thanks, son. Now we call this show Beyond Insemination because it's about what men like to do besides working on the farm. It's about what we were invented to do. That is the I'm finally serious. Being a man. I do not like the animals that consider themselves engineers. I like planning and carnivores. You can fatten up. You'll love name too. Callously kill and cook like a civilized being. Family, in fact, it was beaten to my heart. Got every last one of them on the grill that night and a couple of new ads. And I also do not like fire ants, as it is unreasonable to have such a structure of a bunch of neutered men. Appears to be mandatory. They call their place offices. I will not sit in a cubicle like a wheel cab while a woman shouts at me about making personal calls until I die. Call your own. Name's Charlie. Football's going home here to Morris. No, Nico. It is in fact crappy as crappy could be. As I said, avoid lawyers at all costs. Now continue. Well, yeah, my best friend died in a combine accident. And he left me a few head of cattle, but I ain't no farmer, so question is, how do I know if a female cow is a he? They don't talk or nothing, they just grow. Oh, Chuck, that's you have come to the right place, as I am an expert on estrus. What you gotta do is look for behavioral signs such as incessant movement. Most of all, she will exhibit more vigorous interaction with other females, training on the run with another cow. Get you going. Tell me about that turn camera. God damn it. You are sitting there with a hot laptop on your sweaty thighs doing an image search for heifers, aren't you? Jesus. I'm tired of you sickos falling up and ruining my otherwise flawless beyond insemination. Why, oh, why is the subject matter attract such a lot of crazy weirdos? It's quite beyond me. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I like a good time. I do love to participate in a pheromone party where you do not shave or bathe for 1 week and then partake in moonshine and speed with a group of other like-minded individuals in a hot tub. It is hell on the other side of that party, but it is worth the ride. But that does not mean I find calling up a radio program about rural affairs to pleasure myself while perusing the heifer-section information superhighway an acceptable form of behavior. Is that clear? Charlie, you pervert, is that clear? Yes. Are we straight, son? Yes, sir.
Take care, you hear?
Thank you, sir.
I'm lost. Let's call it.
Lady Shirley, I really like what you said about how animals have babies and then they abandon them and then they go find another baby. Oh, that just touched me. That made me cry. Even me too, outside of an Adam restaurant. I was tired of all her crying and carrying on anyway. Because I just hooked up with a guy I just met named Francis.
Well, good on you, sis. Although I'm not a fan of things that apply to a man or a woman, unisexually, as we need in our society. No man should be named Francis or Alex or Amy or, God forbid, Casey. But anyway, I'm so glad we inspired you. That's evolved thinking right there. See, we do believe in evolution in the right situation. For the record, not me, nor no one in my family was ever no monkey. Nor have they been with a monkey, not ever, not even at the zoo or pretty much any animal, aside from the usual ones we all practice on. And that's true about science, process, sleep. We can all laugh at nature. You know how a mama puppy cleans up after being raped and waste? My mama made all her boys flip to it. It was unconventional, but it sure made us the people we are today. Social services said this had something to do with the lab where my daddy had cooking up toilet cleaner, but I would disagree ferociously. I would first together and solve this in a time-honored way. That's my mama you're speaking about. You take that back, you hear me? That's my mama. Get up, I'm going to get up my show. Disrespecting a man's mama like that. Now then, change the time for one special one. We all know that part of being a man is even calling it up to kill it. We did try. I admit I was a small boy, and I can Saxons have been known as well on so-called legalization. I assimilate the odor of any species. I rub the pheromones all over my member. Trust me, when you have a young frog experiencing his first impulse of flush, sexual awakening, run out of the woods, it really is something special when you really this is what you. And you should. Educate the race of the birds and the bees. And another way, you two really share a moment. Takes home with the and put the creature into its misery. You ever have deer sushi? A little rice wasabi and some fine loin meat? I'll serve up a stepdaughter just like they do in Asia. I am particularly interested in visiting Asia. I've always been kind to Asian cultures. I've always enjoyed that. Martial arts, fucking film stars. Well, I really love some Thailand though. Somebody say ping pong? Just saying, not judging. Hey, by the way, Johnny, you are on the show. We assimilate you.
I just spent longer in school. I learned something useful. As it is, I'm a trucker on the weekends.
Oh, really? What you hauling, Johnny?
Yeah, pollution. From a big league to hush stuff. Penny's triple and I need the money. Anyway, my boy's serving overseas.
Oh, Marines. Navy?
No, he's serving his sentence overseas. He was in trouble. He was playing Germany and then hell. He went down sourced himself.
There we go. See, that is an enlightening and instructive tale of the dangers of excessive travel. Multiculturalism is heathenism. God and what? He would have invented a land of opportunity where we could migrate and create a glorious monoculture. But that ain't happening because it ain't right. I won't think of your boy when I am down on one knee tonight. I'm practicing. Small town needs 10 Buddhists from Nelson, just like in the movies. Now let's talk about school. I learned everything I need to know about life and everything beyond dissemination by working outside with my hands.
Now all the doctor propose that you should therefore abscond from the American education system. But let's be honest, book learning ain't ever done no one anything useful. You know, the other day when I was shearing sheep, I had a young ewe pinned to the ground, falling in terror as I took the wool clean off it. I was long, daydreaming on military tasks, waiting the squadron needle. Again, think about children. It's a scary world that we're bringing children into through the machinations of our loins. We have pledged to protect them. But at times, a demonstration of force is undoubtedly necessary, as is often the case with your mate. My daddy was got so mad at me for back talking that he pushed my head down on a table saw, scared the crap out of me. Once the scar healed, I thanked him afterward. It made me into the man I am today. A man with 5 four-wheelers, 3 personal watercrafts, including a bass boat, a fine collection of weaponry, a fish tank mix and part of my bedroom. Nothing but black sheets on my bed and a pool chain next to my mattress that summons a manservant to bring me another longer life. That's what success of a good organic future. And of course, top-rated national security multi-award radio show. Speaking of which, this has been Beyond Insemination. Get to this week's romantic interlude with Big Wave, but trust me, we will. Be good, look until it hurts and fight artificial insemination as it is unnatural. Lastly, until next time, I'm Dwayne Earl, and you are not.
This has been Beyond Insemination. You have been inseminated.
Y'all looking for it. Isn't it time you became an authority figure? Have you always wanted to be a pain to stand with? You know, minorities and rapists? The West Coast week, the country of correctional facilities. Lock you in. I military need to provide opportunity for you. Become a correctional officer. Fires no. Do you think I live people get involved in violent altercations in the workplace? You're an animal. And once you join the correctional officers union, you can't get fired even if you're using drugs to self-defend. You don't need to admit it. Complex today.
Heritage. God. Well, son. And liberal. 96.5 FM. Lake County Radio. Lake County Radio. Clean casserole. Extreme couponing. And dishing out the political dirt. It's Pleasure Art with Bobby Jones.
You're just so wonderful. Thank you. And bless you. Hard. I do. Oh my, you know, today we have a Juicy Cup show. Hey, real juicy. Cooking, politics, homemaking, maybe saving tips, sexual orientation correction, quilting. Honey, we have it all. We really, really do. Bless your heart, bless my heart, bless his heart. Now, firstly, we have a special guest. First, I'm going to share you know him from some of your favorite films and classic movies, including Hot 5, The Mainframe, and 18 Wheel Death. Honey, he has fought terrorism, has jumped off buildings, and now he's running for governor, y'all. John Greenlee. Now that's coming up like a bit. And then, straight from my mama's kitchen, a recipe for Lucky Dip ketchup and meatloaf with a ranch dressing dip. Featuring that thing that liberals have tried to colonize, but us moms know more about than they ever will. That's recycling, honey, as we get real creative with roadkill. Plus, we'll get into our green coupon section and show you how you can make this 48 baskets of stuff you want and need, and that you'll only pay $5 for it. It's gonna be amazing. It's like organized work. But